Hello Stampin' friends and welcome. This is Dee Osburn and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today we're going to have some fun making this beautiful Christmas card, so cute, and a matching tag. So we are going to use this cute guy. We've already made that tag. And on the tag that I will show you how I did this one, we'll put the cute little raccoon. So if you like this video as you go along, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know how you liked this video. To make this card and tag, we used the all bundled up stamp set. Isn't it cute? I just love this guy. I tell you, if he was a person, I would want to be his friend. He just looks so happy and inviting and just like somebody you'd want to hang out with. Super cute. I love him. I'm going to make a lot of different things with him. So look in the future for more of him. I love him. He's just so cute. And we're going to use both of these. I didn't use the rabbit or the bird, but this is such a cute stamp set. You could use all of those guys and make some really cute cards and matching tags. So let's dive in and I'll show you how I did this. Really easy. One thing that I do is when I sit in front of the television, I cut out elements so that I have them later. And one of the elements that I cut out belongs to the Leaves of Holly bundle. I didn't stamp it. I just used the holly berry dies. Okay, so here's the die set. It always sticks. Okay, super, I love that. Super cute dies. I used, out of this die set, I used these two holly leaves. Okay, I still have some green in there. So I need to clean that out. I also used, to cut out some of the elements, the dies decorated pines. And this is what's left out of that one. I used this. I also have green in this one. I used this one for that element. Okay, and I just sit in front of the TV and I just cut and, you know, watch a movie or whatever. And then I have all kinds of elements to use later on when I'm ready to make a card or a tag or something like that. So, yeah, so that's what I did. I sat and cut a bunch of these elements, and we're going to use them today. So we're going to use quite a few of these. We're going to use on the card. We'll start with the card first. We'll come back to the tag. So on the card, I'm going to use 3 of these. Okay. 3 of them, and cutting them out ahead of time just makes it so easy because then you have stuff, right? Last night we watched Dog and we watched Father Stew. Father Stew is based on a true story. It is a true story, and it was really good. Dog was so cute and so good as well. Yeah, super cute. Okay. For the holly leaves, we're going to use a couple of 2 of the big ones. So 2 of the big ones. And then we're going to use 2 of the small ones. They're more cut out. Okay, they're more cut out. So 2 of the big ones and 2 of the small ones. And then 1 of these cut out, in silver foil paper. And we're going to cut this one apart. Okay, so those are the elements that we're going to use. All right, so let's put those to the side until we need them. And start building our base. Okay. So to start the card, you need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. Cut it 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. You're going to put your white, basic white, inside, cut at 5 1/4 by 4. That's where you write your message. So we're going to glue that to the inside. Okay. And then I took a piece of the it's called Snowflake Specialty Vellum, and I took the one that's got the snowflakes on it, but not the one that's in the catalog. Not the one, because I was inspired by the catalog to use this element. They use the silver one. I wanted more like a snow scene, right? So I'm just going to put some glue in the center, and then I'm going to put a very thin stream of glue along the sides, because I'm going to use my finger and come back and smooth that down, because that way you don't see that glue through the vellum. If you smooth it down, you just don't see it. It's still sticky and it'll stick to your card, but you don't see it. Okay, and we're just going to put that in the middle so that we have a little bit of green on both sides, kind of evenly spaced, so that the edges you have about the same amount on both sides, and just press that down. That doesn't matter in the center, because as you can see, you're going to fill up the center and you won't see that. Okay, so then you get a little baby wipe and rub all that glue off your finger. All right, so now we can start putting some leaves on there, and kind of getting a general idea. We're not going to glue them down until we color our guys, because we want the glue to be fresh when we put everything together. So you're going to kind of go like this, okay? And then you'll put the silver next, and then you'll put the holly leaves. Okay, so that's kind of the general idea, right? And then you fill in the others. So let's go ahead and stamp let's put this to the side, stamp our moose and our raccoon. I already stamped the images. I just used Memento Black, and I stamped a moose and I stamped a raccoon. And then I used some Stampin Blends to color it. And so let me show you the colors that I used. To color his face, I used ivory, because I wanted his face to be lighter. And then to color his body, I used a tone blend, the 500. And then for his ears and antlers, I don't know, do you call those antlers on a moose? I guess you do. And I used the 400. Okay, so that's for the body. And then I used the dark sweet sorbet for his hat, and I used dark granny apple green for his scarf and the little pom-pom on his hat. Okay. And for the raccoon's body, I used light smoky slate. And for the dark part, I used dark basic black. And then I colored his hat with the same two, red and green. Okay, so let's color the moose, and then we'll color the raccoon, and then we have to cut them out. But I started with his face, so let's do that. Okay, so there's his face, and then I colored his hat and his scarf next, or you could color his body. Let's color his body since we're doing him. Let's color his body next. So I'm going to use the 500 on his body. Okay, so there's his body, and then I used the darker, the 400, on his ears, hooves, and antlers. Okay, so I did darken this part of his antlers just to give it a little more dimension. And now we're going to color his hat and his scarf. The hat we're going to color in dark Sweet Sorbet, and the scarf and the pom-pom we're going to color in dark Granny Apple Green. Alright, so now our moose is done. So we'll have to cut him out, but let's color our raccoon. Okay, and since I have the Granny Apple Green, let's go ahead and cut his, or color his hat and scarf first. Now we'll put red dots on the raccoon's scarf. All right. Now, oh yes, let's also go ahead and color the rest of his hat, because these pieces are red. And remember, this is Sweet Sorbet. Okay, there we go. Now we will take the light smoky slate and we'll do the raccoon's body. We're gonna, these three elements and these two will be black. Everything else is going to be gray. Okay, now the rest of him is going to be black. You have to be very careful with the black because it's not very forgiving. Okay, so once you put the black on there, you're not going to be able to cover it up. You could use the color lifter, but that's about it. All right, let's finish so that we can cut these guys out. Okay. Be super careful around his eyes. I do feel like the black spreads just a little bit more, it seems like. So, you know, just be really careful around his eyes. Okay, so now we're going to get our snips and we are going to cut these elements out. The key to cutting out, being able to cut something out really well, I guess, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Mine certainly isn't. But I think the key to being able to do it easily, maybe, is that your hands have to work together. So you're going to go a little bit outside of the line and, you know, go deep into the opening of your scissors and just move the paper around. Okay, because then you can really see what you're doing. I just feel like you have a little more control when you do that. See, now I can turn my paper and cut around his little beard. He's got these little hairs down there. All right, so I've got him cut out, and I cut out the raccoon as well. So I've got those two elements cut out. So now we're ready to start building our card. So let's bring back our card base. Okay, and that has dried. And so we are going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Actually, a lot of glue. It's okay because you want a lot of glue. And I want to make sure that it's not going to go off the card. If it does a tiny bit, that's okay. But you don't want it, actually I want to put these big ones down first. You don't want it to go off the page. You want it to be able to fit into the envelope. So you don't want it to go too much off the edge. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this holly leaf. And I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it right here. You're just kind of playing, okay? I am going to, I think, take my silver piece and I'm going to cut it apart. So I'm just going to cut it's got 3 little pieces to it. So I'm just going to cut it apart and I'm going to put one of them in between the holly and the pine needles. Put one right there. And you kind of want it to be up a little bit so that you can see it. Okay. Then I'm going to put another pine leaf, a pine branch, right, coming down this way. And remember, you don't want it to go off the page. I'm going to put, let's see, did I use a big one or a little one? I used a little one. So we're going to put a little holly leaf up here in this corner. We're going to put it down first. Okay, and then we'll put our pine needle on top. Okay, so we're just layering stuff. Just layering it. Just layering it. Whoops. Make sure that's on there. Just layering it down. And don't worry if it doesn't, totally stick when you first put it down. It's okay because you're going to put stuff on top of it and it's all going to stick down. So now I have a big holly leaf and a little holly leaf and I still have some silver. So let's cut this one apart. We'll just cut it off. Okay, and then cut that. All right, so I have one of these I'm going to put right here. Okay, put it right there. And then the last silver one we're going to put going this way. Okay, and then I have 2 holly leaves left. So I'm going to put one down here at the bottom, kind of going all the way to the corner. And I see that I have a piece right there that didn't get punched out, but that's okay. There we go. Let's punch that out. And then the last one is going to fill up that last blank space right there. And so then we have this kind of hot mess in the center, which is perfectly okay. So I just kind of put it out like that, you see? Then I'm going to take my moose and my raccoon and I'm going to put some silver or gold twine on them. So I'm going to get a glue dot and, oops. And on the moose, I'm going to put a glue dot here so that the twine can come down at his body, and a glue dot here so that it can kind of come up on this side. Okay, and I'm going to get my twine and I'm going to wrap 3 times 1, 2, 3, around 3 of my fingers. Okay. And then it kind of twirls up on its own. If it doesn't, that's okay. And then we're just going to grab it and stick it to the back of the mousse. And we want this one to come down this way. So we'll put it right about, oop, I caught his leg. Put it right about there. And you're just sticking it to the glue dot. Okay. And then we'll do another one. Whoops. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Then we can kind of let it go and do its thing. And we'll spread it out just a little bit and have it coming up this way. Okay. And maybe I'll put another glue dot here on his antler so that I can, you know, spread that out a little bit. Have a little bit of, you know, have it look, I don't know, wispy, is that the word I'm looking for? Okay, and then we'll just set him right there for a second. And then on this one, we want the twine to come out that way. So we're going to put the glue dot down here. All right, and do the same thing. 1, 2, oops, that's only 2 fingers. 1, 2, 3, trim it off. Set it down, and then place it, let's see, I don't think I like the way that looks. Let's let it twirl again. There we go. And then we'll grab it right here, and you can, if you want it bigger, you just pull it and make it bigger until you get it like you want it. I kind of want it like that. I want it bigger though, I think. Okay, and then we're just going to attach it just like that. And so then we have and we can arrange it as we get it on there. Okay, because we're going to put some glue on these as well. So we're going to put a dimensional on the back of both of them, just one in the center of both of them. We'll take the back of it off. Okay, and then we're going to put lots of glue. We're going to put a big old glob of glue next to the glue dot on both sides. Okay, big old glob. Okay, and then we're going to take both elements, both of my little animals, and remember this space right here is for your sentiment. So we're going to put him up there like that, and him down here like this, and press them down. Aren't they cute? Love it. It's just love, love, love it. All right, so now we're going to get a little piece of basic white cut at 3/4 of an inch wide. And we're going to get from the Leaves of Holly this season, no, we're using Christmas Wishes. You could use Season's Greetings, but I used Christmas Wishes. And we got the Sweet Sorbet ink pad. And we'll get that Christmas Wishes and we'll ink it up, and then stamp it. Okay. And then I took a piece of real red cardstock, cut it about 1/2 inch, okay? And what I did was I just cut it at an angle that way, and I cut it at an angle that way, okay? And then I took my piece of real red, and I just kind of put it underneath there like that, and figured out about how far I wanted it, and then I just cut it off. Easy peasy, right? Then I took my glue and I ran a little line of glue along the top, took my sentiment and just placed it on top. Okay? And then we'll give that a second to dry. Make sure you have it straight. Doesn't look straight to me. I love the way the glue gives you just that a little extra second to do that. All right, so now I'm going to use 2 dimensionals, and I'm going to overlap them onto that red piece so that it holds nicely. And then I'm going to put a big old glob of glue in the center. Take those backs off and place my sentiment. So you can do it like this, or you can do it straight across. I think I want it straight across. And we can lift his little body up over there. Look how cute that is. Okay, there we go. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put some bling on this. And some glitter, of course, right? So I got the red rhinestone basic jewels. And I just placed one on here. On this one I placed it up above, but there it didn't fit, so it's going down below. And this one, well, this one can go kind of up a little higher. We'll maybe move this one down even a little lower, right? And then we'll put one there. And we'll put, I think we'll put 2 here. It's going to be a little bit different than the original. That's okay. And we'll put one, how about right there? Okay, there's that card. Oh, glitter. Gotta do glitter. My favorite thing in the world. Glitter, glitter, glitter. So I have my fine glitter, and I used to use Dazzling Diamonds, but they don't. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have that anymore. So you can get fine glitter pretty much anywhere. And I will leave you a link as to where you can get some in case you've used up all your Dazzling Diamonds like I did. All right, so we get our 2-way glue pen. I'll leave a link for this as well. And I put on each one of these lines, I put a little bit of glue on his scarf. And on these straight up and down lines, I put some glue. I put a little dot of glue on each of the dots on his scarf. And I put it across his hat and on the pom-pom. And then I went in and I added glue because I want these leaves to have some glitter on them, especially here in the center. I think that just really makes things nice. And on the ends, you know me, I love glitter. Everything should be glittered, especially at Christmas. All right, Christmas should sparkle and shine. I love it. Put some glitter right in there. Definitely up in here. All right, let's sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And now this card holds on to the glitter, so, you know, because it gets all up in there. It's, you know, so, oh, see, I made a mess. So be careful. It's going to gush out glitter for quite a while. So turn it to all the different sides so it can dump as much excess glitter as it can. Oh, there we go. And then, oh, see, I made a total mess. Lots of glitter. Then I just took my brush and I brushed off, you know, where I didn't want the glitter. And clean my work surface. Look at that. So there's the card. Now we can make the tag. And the tag is super easy, especially once you've done all of this, right? So I made this one with the mousse. Okay, so it's a matching tag. I'm going to make the next one with the little raccoon. And I've already colored him and cut him out, so this won't take us very long at all. So you're going to get another piece of Granny Apple Green, and this is cut at 3 by 4, and then you just measure down about 3/4 of an inch and make yourself a template. So that's what I do. I have this template. Let me show you. Where is my template? Somewhere I have a template. Ah, there it is. Okay, so I made this template so that when I cut my 3 by 4 piece, I can just hold it up onto it and just cut and cut. And then I don't have to measure every single time. And I love that. So you do that, and then you just use a regular old hole punch, any hole punch, and punch a hole in the center. And then I got some more of that specialty vellum, and this one's cut at 2 by, this is 4.5, 2 by 4.5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glob of glue in the center. And I turned this at an angle because I wanted to be able to see it. And so I just laid it on top of there, and then it gives me time to move it around. And I just looked through it and kind of gauged where it seemed like it was kind of even. And it will cover the hole, but that's okay. That's all right. And you just push that down, okay? Give that a second to dry while you do the rest of your tag. So again, I had cut these elements out already. You're going to use 2 of the pine needles, and you're going to use 2 of the big holly leaves. Okay, and we're going to cut out another one of these. So again, we're just cutting it away from the stem and from each other. So, okay, and then we don't need that much of the stem, so we can cut that off. All right, so I have that ready. So now, the first thing I did was I put this silver one down. Okay, so you put some glue on the back, and this one you can have it hang off the edges. In fact, I love that it hangs off the edges because it's going to be hanging on a gift, so it can hang off the edge. So we'll put that there, and we're going to put, let's see, did I put the holly leaf first? I did. So we're going to put all of our holly leaves on here first. And there's only 2 of them, so that's easy. So you just put some glue on the bottom, and we have one going this way and one going the other way. Okay. And then I did the silver next. And I just laid them on top of the holly leaf. Okay. And I'm only putting the glue on the bottom because I want it to be kind of wispy. I want it to have that. So now when I did this, I didn't want to see the stems. So I put the stem under that one and under that one, and they just fit together so nicely. Just like that, right? And then I put a giant glob of glue in the center, okay? And I just pressed it down. And then you can kind of arrange it. Voila, right? Isn't that just adorable? Okay, so then I got my twine again and wrapped it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Cut it. I'm going to let it do its thing here. Okay, let it wrap around. And I'm going to pick it up. Okay, and I want it to come off. Let's see, I'm doing this one this time. So I still want it to come off the bottom. So we're going to get a glue dot and we're going to put it over here by his tail and attach the twine to it. Okay, then I'm going to get we're going to do it the same way. I'm going to get a dimensional, put it in the center, and I'm going to put a glob of glue on both sides of the dimensional. And then I'm going to put him down just like that. Isn't he cute? And then my sentiment will go right here. So, and it's still wet, so if you wanted to like arrange it differently, you can. So I have my piece of basic white at 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna get my Christmas wishes back and my sweet sorbet ink. And I'm going to ink up my stamp my Christmas wishes. Okay? And put my ink away. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to cut it at an angle here and turn it and cut it at an angle here. And then I'll get my piece of red cardstock, real red, and this is a 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to hold it underneath and cut it where I want it. Okay? Then I'll put a little bit of glue along the edge of this and put my sentiment on here. Okay, we're going to give it just a second to kind of stick. That's so cute. And then we'll turn it over and we're going to put 2 dimensionals and we're going to overlap onto the red so that holds it in place. And we're going to put a big glob of glue in the center. Okay, then we can turn it over and I kind of like it on the tag, I like it at an angle. Okay. Oh, I forgot to take the backs off of that. It's not going to stick if I don't take the backs off. Okay, and so we're just going to put it right there and let it stick. There we go. All right, so now we have to glitter this. And I didn't glitter my example, but I would like to. So let's go ahead and glitter them both. So I'm going to get my 2-way glue pen. We'll put glitter on here, just like we did on the card. Okay, just like we did on the card. Put some glitter on the edges. And on the pine needles. Okay. Anywhere that you want glitter, you put some glue. I like it on the pine needles for sure. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's glitter the moose, and then we'll glitter the raccoon. And then we'll put, on the raccoon, we'll put our, I'm going to use a different ribbon for the hanger. Okay, we'll just wipe it off of his body and face. And if you get glue somewhere where you don't want it, just kind of rub it and then wipe it off. And look how pretty it is. I love it. So I also went ahead and glittered the raccoon. So he's all glittered up. And so now we're ready to put our rhinestones on him. So let's do that. I'm going to put one right there. And I'm going to put one right there. I want this one up. Oh, that one doesn't have any adhesive on the back. Let's get a different one. I'm going to put one right there. And then we'll put one right up here. Right there. All right, so we have our red rhinestones on. Now I'm going to do a different hanger. Like I said, I think I said that this was from the red and green combo pack. Maybe I didn't say that, but This is from the red and green combo pack. And I'm going to do something different with this one. I'm going to use the iridescent twine on this one. I think that's going to be just so pretty. So you just get a length. I don't measure it. I just figure out how long I want my hanger to be. And then you double it over, okay? And you send it through the hole. Just send it through the hole. Oh, okay. Third time's a charm. Send it through the hole. There we go. And pull it from the other side. And you're going to make a slip knot. Okay? So you're going to take the tails and you're going to feed them through the loop, and then you just tighten it. Okay? You just tighten it. And there you have it. Look how pretty that is. I love it. I love, love, love it. So now we have a Christmas card with matching tags. So you can either do a Christmas card and send it with a moose, or you can make one with a raccoon. And then you have this beautiful card with the matching tag, or with this matching tag. I love it. I hope that you liked it too. This is so fun for me. I love making Christmas tags. I'll be making another video using up scraps for Christmas tags. But I just love doing this, and these are matching. I love it. I hope that you love it too. I hope that you had fun watching this video. I hope that you're inspired this year to make your packages all match and coordinate with your cards and your tags, and if not, just make some fun cards and tags. They don't have to match. They can just be fun, 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 right? All right, let me know if you decided to try your hand at this and make some, or if you use something different. I'd love to know. So I hope that you have fun doing this, and I do hope that you'll come back and see me again. Have a great rest of your day.